Hello there, welcome back to the Papal State and Holy Trinity. Last time we did a bit of conquest, and Ancona, Modena and Ferrara have been added to our realm. Basically a 60% increase if you want, or doubling our land. A little more than that actually. I'm a little bit unsure what to do next here due to the fact that we do have the coalition against us. I was kind of hoping that I would get basically Tuscany, Pisa and Siena too to make things a little bit better. Aragon do actually love me now for some weird reason, so allying with them is probably not the most horrible of ideas, especially considering that aggressive expansion in the worst case scenario here could lead to them attacking me, so or join a coalition. So basically I need to keep them happy and Zaid and everything that we want, everything that you want to imagine. But I am going to, I think, improve relations with the big shots in the area, because there's not really much else to do. I need to get better relations with them simply due to the fact that I don't want to join the coalition before I've dealt with Firenze or Tuscany, Milan, Genoa. Attempt to actually vassalize Genoa if they lose their holdings in Crimea. But for the time being, there's not much to do here. I'm really hoping that Venice will lose their alliance with Austria, because then I can actually start making some moves. Especially if they peace out early on their own here in the war against Burgundy, that would be great, but it's not something I would expect. So for the time being, again, the goal here is just to sit by, pay back my loans, which are actually coming due in July. So some of these will actually need to be, some of them will actually need to be extended, which is not good, but not much to do here. There will be some loan extensions. The only thing I really can do here is actually take some more loans. And I think that's actually the better option of these two. So let's see here, how much. I have 5 loans of 12, which means 58. So if I take 3 of these loans, it will be, I'll basically be saving myself a little bit of inflation. But I'm a little bit sure if the interest will be too high to make that actually a viable solution. That's really the only issue here. So I think we're just going to leave things as they are. Now, we gained a core province, Ferrara. There, everything has been called, and we have a new pope, Julius II. 214. He's not great, but he is a military genius, which is kind of useful. We're also going to take the diplomatic tech 4 here, marketplace and dock. I should probably have waited with that, but I'm a bit unsure what I really want to take. I'm really tempted to just go with influence ideas for the aggressive expansion impact. We are going to conquer a lot. Let's just be perfectly honest here. So I should probably have waited not taking that and, well, save the points for the idea tree. But what the heck? It's something I can live with. And worst case scenario, I'll actually have to use a very big navy to beat Venice. So we'll just have to see how that actually works out. If it works in my favor or not, that's of course debatable. But we'll just have to wait and see. Unfortunately, I also lost a courier, which means that I lost one of my diplomats. And also the aggressive expansion impact minus 20%. Now I'm a little bit unsure if I can actually invest. Do I actually have a chance? I do actually have a chance, but we'll see if I can actually become next courier controller. Let's see, we'll get the inflation guy, because I do have a rather high inflation, or it is getting high, 2.3. So not too much I can do right now. We're just going to have to wait, bide our time, if you will, and hopefully Modena and Ferrara will not do anything like, well, revolting. But the autonomy change here monthly is 0.2, which means that each year I'll get 2.4. 10% takes roughly 4 years, so 100% is 40 years. It's basically, you can't say the autonomy when you conquer things now is basically a it's basically something that you took from the old EU. Basically, when you conquer something, it would take 50 years before it became a core. And as things currently are looking, it's kind of the same thing. God damn it! Oh, you love me now, do you? Don't leave the coalition, you fools. Anyways, we're going to try to improve relations with Genoa here, but I think it's futile, so I won't bother. Switzerland is more of a tempting target to, well, make love me. So again, here for the time being, there's not much we will do. We'll just sit by and bide the time here. I really wish for, well, I really wish Genoa hadn't actually joined the coalition. If they hadn't, then I could just declare war pretty much as soon as Savoy leaves. But it is what it is, not too much I can do about that. I'm really uncertain. I could of course declare war on Mantua and just conquer them, but I don't see that as a viable option. I'll be able to fight Genoa and Savoy on their own, then I can declare war on Siena and Firenze. So it's actually a viable option, provided that I get my allies to join with me, which is unlikely, seeing that Austria is currently at war. Aragon's just messing about as usual. But yeah, having Austria here could actually be really, really useful. I might be able to pull something off from this. But for the time being, we'll just sit by and see how things play out. Well, my plan was set into motion. Unfortunately, Mantua decided to join the coalition against me before it happened, but we are going to still fabricate a claim. And unfortunately, I got a little bit of extra aggressive expansion from the fact that they noticed, so that's kind of bad. I got a ton of aggressive expansion since they noticed, but again, not too much I can do about that. We'll just have to take it on the chin. I think we might actually just have to sit by here again, save up money. As stupid as that sounds, we might actually just have to save up money and then try and, well, force our way through. There's not really much else to do. I can of course go after Hungary, but I don't see that as a, well, very viable option. It's of course a option, but it's not a good one in my opinion. Northern lands here. Oldenburg could be a target. I believe that those are the ones that stand outside the Holy Roman Empire. Sorry, they have already been conquered by Münster. It's of course East Frisia. So we'll have to make something work there. Oh god damn it. Well, not god damn it per se, but I don't like that. Burgundy got Austrified, if you will. I'm a little bit surprised that Bourgogne didn't actually go to France, but I guess that's just how things are. So this will of course lead to most likely a ton of wars between France and Austria. And potentially I can use that to destabilize everything, if you will. But I am really, really tempted to just declare war on Mantua, actually. Even if it is a coalition war, because of the fact that, provided that Austria joins, which is highly likely, I can use that to my advantage. Basically I can conquer this area here by using coalition mechanics to my advantage. I could also then go for a potential vassalization of Genoa if I really wanted to. So what we're actually going to do here is probably something that could be argued to be bad. Do I want to vassalize Tuscany still? Yeah, I think I want to vassalize them. This is a gamble, let's just be perfectly honest. Oh, defensive. Austria is Holy Roman Emperor, so I can't actually call them in wars against other members of the Empire. That sucks, but again, this more or less just solidifies the fact that I'll have to be peaceful. Now, the progress until next uprising is actually going, well, until a little while ago, it went up. So I don't have any worries here towards the, well, potential of a revolt. It should be perfectly fine. The reason why it went up is because it went from 50 to 60%, so it's a 6.2% chance of increasing each month. So 5.3 years approximately should it take before we get into a warring position. But we have paid all of our loans, which is of course really useful. We're also going to take our first national ideas here, allows another group of ideas. And that group is of course going to be the influence ideas, due to the aggressive expansion impact, the diplomatic annexation cost. Everything here is going to be useful for me in the terms that I will be employing vassals, and I will be using them most likely a lot. So we'll be working from here. Other than that, again here, it's kind of hard to figure out who I should take pot shots at, but the Teutonics might actually be strong enough to hold their ground for now. Livonian Order 2. I have to make sure that I actually get to them before any calls run out. If they get conquered, I'll just have to attack whoever conquered them, which is of course not the best thing ever, but it is what it is. It's not like I have too many options here. Military Tech 5, the standardized pike, which gives men-at-arms, longbows, and I can never pronounce or remember what the last one is. Gallogly infantry. In this case, I think we'll just go with the longbows, and we'll go with, well, Latin knights that we already had. Let's see, how much money am I making? 2.99. We are going to hire the spying guy, and also going to get ourselves a discipline guy here, just to again get a little bit of momentum going. Now the funny thing here is I'm actually going to end up making more and more money as the autonomy and the newly conquered provinces go down, so that is perfectly fine. So for the time being, we'll just wait things out here, and hopefully we'll be able to wage war again soon. There's not really too much you can do as the Papal State to expand other than wage war. Reason simple, you can't do any royal marriages which are required for vassalization, anything like that, so it turns into kind of a annoying little dance, if you will. But I definitely need to get myself into war with Venice here, and the best way to do that is of course to have them break their alliance with Austria, which again, they're allied to the enemy, so Austria will be joining on their side, which is not something we want. So for the time being, I'm just going to again sit by and pick my targets carefully. Hungary is again a target here. They are allied with the Teutons, so if the Teutons actually do get weakened, we will probably go for an attack on them, but right now there's not really much to do. But the ones I'm actually the most worried about the knights of all of this, because the simplest factor is that if the Ottomans go strong against the knights, then they're going to get crushed. Now that's interesting. For those of you that don't get it, the Mamluks have actually made already, they have gone aggressive here and conquered some new land, which is of course a little bit surprising, all things considered, but it could be beneficial too. Well, halfway so. I need the Mamluks and the Ottomans to basically weaken each other if I want to take Jerusalem, so it's going to be hard no matter how I look at it. But at this point there's not much I can do. There's not many options, especially save options. I could of course gamble and just go for coalition war, but without the support of Austria, it's not really that likely that I'm going to win. So with that, we're going to leave it here. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye!